alive, baby. No witness. This is not even a conflict. You on nonsense. Got the same way in Brooklyn and Compton. But with that gang, they make a profit. On top, stay poppin'. Look. See, I was the high school slave, brick I was styling. Fat gold chain with an African medallion. Hip-hop connoisseur and rolling 20 gripping. Rap game real tight, freestyle was magnificent. All about the clout and all about my dividends. Them older couldn't tell me different. I need a roundaway girl to live with. Showtime at the Apollo. I'm about the bottle. Take two and pour out a little for my who won't live to see tomorrow.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make.
With Mount Rainier in the distance, there are few cities finer on a clear afternoon than this one, and we have a picture-perfect day for football at Lumen Field in Seattle. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Atlanta Falcons and the Seattle Seahawks. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. They'll run here with a rookie second-round pick, Kenneth Walker. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Walker with another carry, and he'll get about 3 up past the 25. Well, this defense for the Falcons, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
On 3rd down, here's Walker. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. The Seahawks at 2-0 here to begin the season, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now a man who moved up the depth chart with the retirement of Chris Carson. Here's Rashad Penny. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Troy Anderson applying the pressure and picking up the sack.
He only gave them an instant to react. It was a classic case of if you blink, you missed him. Off of the line and to the quarterback in just a couple of seconds. Running back only had a moment to react and attempt to throw a block.
And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Cordero Patterson deep for Atlanta. This is brought in at the 21. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Opening carry of the game for Cordero Patterson. Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, a run with Patterson. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll run with Patterson. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Already known as one of the best return men of all time, Atlanta was finally the team to unblock everything that Patterson could do for a team. The Falcons used him everywhere. Running back, receiver, returner. He even saw a couple of defensive snaps. All told, he was 6th in the league in total yards, set new career highs in both rushing and receiving, and signed a new deal to stay in Atlanta. Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
One of the great coaches said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush won, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete as well.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. The last series form, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
From the 16, Smith. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. 23 yards the pickup there.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Penny, a 1st down carry. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Smith. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
54. Mike 54. Check, 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 check.
Throwing on third down, Smith. Dancing to his left. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
They'll go again with Patterson. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll look to throw. Got this complete to the tight end Pitts. Touchdown, Falcons. Kyle Pitts, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, it's Walker. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Seahawks on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now Geno. And that is incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
And the punt goes out of bounds, so no chance to bring it back, and they will spot it at the 24-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense. I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Ready.
56, Mike, 56, right there, 56.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that is caught. It's Ridley. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. First and 10, it's Patterson. Tackled that time by Sidney Jones.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Here's 2nd and 8. Buying time to his left. Now he'll go deep down the middle. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. Touchdown, Falcons. Bryan Edwards, 51 yards. And the Falcons go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0 the score as they regroup with 1st and 10.
54's Mike. Check. Watch.
Smith. Left side here, that's the tight end fan. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Trap 60.
Throwing now is Geno. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a 2nd down here.
Well, it certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll try for the first with Walker. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Here's Michael Dixon now to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And it will be Falcon football. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Looking to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Seahawks have recovered.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes if they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback. They've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
And the Seahawks are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. They couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Walker is in. Touchdown, Seattle. So he had the nice run to get him down there. Was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determination there, don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap on his helmet and say, get me out after the run down to the end zone. He said, I almost got in. I'm going to get in on my own. I'm staying in. And he carries it across the goal line.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. A right side run with Patterson. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Trey Brown there on the stop.
Well, obviously they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Throw left side, there's London. So the completion good for 7 there. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
Well, if you do read man covers, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
The Falcons on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That's Cordero Patterson hauling it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Patterson, he'll try it up the middle. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Third down, here's Patterson. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 53 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. And he's down into the red zone at the 15 after a gain of 15. 1st and 10.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Forced out to his left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. He'll drop to throw. And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket, no. Here comes the flag. We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. They'll give it to Patterson. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. And some space here. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Yeah, the Falcons going to use another timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
On the 6. Warriors 17.
Off of play action, here's Smith. He lets it fly for Lockett. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete. But the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. On 1st down, Smith. This is the tight end Fant. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Geno now to throw. Flush to his right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
2nd down and goal. Smith being chased at under pressure. Down he goes. Sacked at the 10. The final shot here before break. Smith. And this almost intercepted. Not sure he saw the free safety that time. But lucky, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down. Myers' kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime now with the visiting Falcons out on top. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That'll be taken in by Damiere Byrd. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
Although he was picked in the 3rd round, Desmond Ridder is actually the 2nd quarterback drafted in 2022. Might not have that first-round label, but we saw him make plenty of first-round throws while at the University of Cincinnati. He's a quick thinker who reads defense as well, and with all he led the Bearcats to, the Falcons also know they picked up a proven winner.
Jordan Brooks on the tackle.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 41. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. On play action, they'll throw. They'll roll him out right. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Brandon, you know I'm all about quarterbacks protecting themselves, but I have to admit it, I liked what I just saw there. That rookie wasn't afraid of absorbing a big hit. Now, you don't want to see him taking those shots all game long, but he picked up the first down, kept fighting for yards, and was willing to embrace some contact to keep the play moving.
They go play action here on first down. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Patterson running between the tackles. 68 yards on the ground for him so far.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Into the hands of London. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 18. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Back to the ground now. Patterson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
But they're certainly not neglecting their run duties as well as they ate up the blockers in front and allowed the secondary to get home.
Now this red zone is where the Seahawk crowd really makes it tough for an offense to communicate. It's 3rd down. And he's got it to Patterson, complete. And they'll get him down short of the first down, right on the 10-yard line. They'll go. It's Patterson. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. At first glance, I actually wasn't sure that he got it, but he ended up getting it by about a full yard.
He certainly did, but it took a little effort, didn't it? Took some nice push, a little crease inside, and some determined running to make sure that he got the first down.
Eluding the pressure right. This will be caught just inside the 10. Touchdown, Falcons! Kyle Pitts with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Falcons take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Smith. He's got his big tight end, Fant. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that's going to bring up second down. Back to throw, Smith. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Play action. It's Smith. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Troy Anderson picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. This is sort of what you would call the put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, the fact you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Boye Mafe in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. Ritter and the Falcons need an answer, and a big play here on 3rd and long following the sack. Now back to throw. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. So a roughing the passer penalty there, CD.
And we know that these pass rushers love to get after rookie quarterbacks, but they've still got to do it within the scope of the rules. And that time, the hit came just a little bit too late. And the official won't even think twice about pulling his flag on that one.
Ritter's pass complete to Pitts, and he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the 4th. This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts, 27 yards. And the Falcons are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. They'll fake it. Now Smith going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And it's intercepted. And the Falcons will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. That interception may be the exclamation mark on what really all around has been a good performance.
A fantastic performance. They will enjoy film session. Their grade should be very good on this one. And I think the next time the offense gets the ball, I just think about running it and getting the clock done and getting the heck out of here.
And by the way, semantics here, but before the grammar police come after me, I think it's exclamation point, not mark, right?
You're asking me? Seriously?
Yeah, you're smarter than me. Everybody knows that.
Listen, I go with what you say, my man.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Oh, he's got his tight end Pitts complete. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles. It certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them.
Touchdown! Bryan Edwards. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Falcons are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. This offense returning out there, and really, you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very first play.
And what that means is for all these guys, it's been a while since they've been out there going full speed, so they've got to get everyone back out there, run a couple of your go-to plays, make sure you get your offense oiled up a little bit. They've got to be able to start fast, but they've got to be efficient as well. Especially the quarterback.
Now a first down throw complete downfield. He'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Give him 32 on the play. Walker now on 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. From the 30 on 2nd down, Smith. And he's got the speedster Goodwin. Touchdown, Seahawks. Marquise Goodwin, 30 yards. And the Seahawks get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Myers connects on the PAT, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out with this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Again, Patterson. Oh, nice move. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 85 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need,
he's got a man complete. And he's going to get this all the way down to the 2 before he's wrestled out. It's a big play there for Atlanta. And even 50 yards.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the 3rd quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning.
And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Cordero Patterson, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons up the lead to 4 scores now here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, They were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter. Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
Come 19. Come 19. Ready, go.
They'll set up to throw. Man open, it's Goodwin. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. On 1st down, it's Smith. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's Eric Harris who picks it.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Now Patterson to start the drive. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a 1st down for the Falcons. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Once more, they turn to Patterson. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory.
They've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Tanner Muse coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top